Hi there, this is a video to explain how to use the rubrics as a student as well as for a teacher. Okay, so right here on my screen I have two separate logins. One is my teacher login, the other is a sample student that I have enrolled in one of my courses. One thing I think that's valuable to note right here is from my teacher's point of view, I am expecting my students to turn in this create crash test survival, but submissions are not enabled. So from a student's point of view on my right hand side, I don't see anything upcoming or anything that's due, nor do the parents. So in order to change that, and when my student is ready to submit this assignment, they're not going to see that that assignment is even able to be submitted. So if I come over to courses, go to my sample room, find my collisions create, this is the student's point of view. You can see there's nowhere in here for me to submit an assignment. So from the teacher's point of view, you have to turn on submissions. And I always think it's a great idea to also include a due date. So my due date for this, let's say, is October 29th, 1:59 in the afternoon. Sounds great. Classwork is my category. And then down here, submissions are disabled. So I want to turn those submissions on. And then I'm going to save changes. Now you can see that I can see submissions over here. If I refresh over here, you'll see that now they can submit an assignment. Okay, so when the student looks at this particular assignment, they can see the rubric, they can see how they are going to be graded. This information for this particular create assignment is also in the digital information that was given to the students in Schoology outside of this particular assignment, whether you're using the slides or whether you're using the weekly overview. Okay, so when a student's ready to submit the assignment, right now from a teacher's point of view, I don't have anybody who has submitted an assignment. So I'm going to go ahead and submit this assignment as a student. I can upload from my computer. Now remember that this student point of view is not an iPad perspective. This is on a computer, so the student's perspective will look a little bit different when they're on their iPads. But I'm going to go ahead and upload a document. So here's a quick movie, and I can even add a comment as the student. Here is my create for this week. I'm going to go ahead and submit that. All right, now I've submitted one assignment on time, and if I come over and refresh from a teacher's point of view, I now see the student's assignment needs to be graded. When I click on that student, I'm going to go ahead and see this assignment that they already graded, or I'm sorry, that they just submitted. If there are multiple students, I would see them all lined up down here. All right, now how to use that rubric. You're going to click on this little box right here, which is the rubric icon. And after watching the video, construction explanation, did a great job, visuals, meets, questions, did they answer the questions at the end? They didn't really answer any of the questions. So now I'm going to save this. Now the one thing to notice about this particular create, your total is worth 12 points, but that's in the exceeds category. We're expecting students to meet on this create. So really the assignment is out of 9. The denominator should be 9, not 12. But unfortunately the way Schoology works, you can't give extra credit. So just keep that in mind when you're moving things over into your PowerSchool or your grade book. Now I'm going to go ahead and save that grade. And I can go ahead and grade everybody else's. If I wanted to add a comment, I would add the comment right here. Great job. This is a comment that the parents and the students can see through Schoology. If I wanted to add a comment here, this comment will show up in PowerSchool. So great job on your project. Next time, please focus on more details when answering the questions. You get the idea. So now this feedback will go into, and I want to show it to the student. That means it's going to show up in PowerSchool for parents to see the feedback about how they got an 8 out of 12. Now please keep in mind when you move this over into PowerSchool, if that's what you're doing, you're syncing it. Move it over into PowerSchool, and then once it's in PowerSchool, you're going to have to change the denominator to a 9. All right. So that's pretty much how you use the rubric. Now you can see the student's grade or grades. If you wanted to edit individual students' grades, you can also click on that little icon right here and you can see every student's grade. You can also grade using the rubric by just clicking on that icon right there. All right, I hope that helps.